Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate you watching my video. My name is Mark Johnson, and I'm here today to deliver another movie review. The movie I'll be reviewing today is Triple Frontier. It is a 2019 film released through Netflix. It is directed by J.C. Chandor and is written by Mark Mohel and J.C. Chandor. Loyalties are tested when five friends and former Special Forces operatives reunite to take down a South American drug lord, unleashing a chain of unintended consequences. When we start this film, we are in what appears to be South America, and we are on a chase, or in a sense, a raid, being that we are with the local police and our main character, Pope, who is played by Oscar Isaac, and they are en route. They finally find the spot where they're supposed to be blocked off the roads, and what's barricaded is a discotheque. It looks like police officers are surrounding the whole entire building, and everything is quiet. They yell over the loudspeaker to, everyone get out, put their weapons down, etc., and then all of a sudden a bomb shoots out and blows up one of the police vehicles, and now all hell breaks loose as the police officers scramble for cover. Pope, our main character, runs with another police officer to a better angle into the building, and then they shoot their own bomb, which quiets the whole shootout, and then the police go in and take over. Once we're inside, we find out that there is a great amount of people inside, and also it looks like it was a drug setup, being that maybe people came and bought drugs there, or people came there to make drugs, or whatever the case, because there's drugs, there's money, and there's weapons all throughout the building. One of the people apprehended says that they know where to find Lorea, and this sparks Pope's thoughts, and he kind of steps forward and is paying more attention to what this guy is saying. And he says Lorea lives in the jungle. He lives in the jungle in a house, and this kind of, it further sparks Pope's interest, because it's seeming that's the person that he's looking for. The men that are apprehended get shot. One by one, you hear the shots go. And then as the women are taken out and put into the police vehicle, one of the women escapes, and she runs, and Pope follows, and he doesn't catch up to her. He doesn't catch her at all. But we realize that she is Pope's informant, and they meet up at another safe house, and they have a discussion. In this discussion, she reveals that what she heard about this place in the jungle that Lorea has, which Lorea is, I guess, the top drug dealer in the area, that the money is there, and that if they can get there, they can get to Lorea and all this kind of thing, and she can provide that if Pope can give her brother safety. Next thing we see is Pope in the United States, and he is, what you can say, recruiting. He's gone back to his roots to find the five men that he was in service with, to recruit them to go back to South America and fulfill a plan that he has in his head. And everyone that he goes to, everyone that Pope goes to, asking if they will be a part of it, they always say, well, if Red Fly does it, then they'll be a part of it. And obviously, because Red Fly is their leader, and if he goes, they'll go. And so as much as we go to the States with Pope to kind of do this recruiting, we also see that the characters who were in this group, their lives are not the most spectacular lives. In the case of Red Fly, he's trying to sell a condo. He has a wife and he has a daughter. Outside of that, he doesn't really have a whole lot to his life, and he definitely doesn't seem excited about it. They all end up deciding to go on it once they hear that Red Fly is ready to go. So they make the trip. And the trip is just really under the guise of just doing some reconnaissance, just some simple look at the plan. Is this plan going to work when you're on the ground? And nothing too drastic. But once they get boots on the ground at the spot, things start to change, because now there's money involved. Now we're trying to kill somebody. And when they've done work like this before, it was under the American flag. It was doing it for America. It was doing it for your country. And so they do the reconnaissance of the place. Everything seems on the up and up. And day of, it's downpouring rain in the jungle where this house is at. And they still go through with the plan. Everything seemingly goes the way it's expected to go to a certain point. Because now they can't find the money once they're inside. You know, the family has left to go to church. Larea will be the only one left there, but they can't find him either. But then they find the money. The money's in the walls. The money's in all the walls of the house. And so as they start breaking down the walls and pulling the money out, they see how much money is involved. And they get a little greedy. At a certain point, Red Fly himself, the man that is supposed to lead these guys, is taking his time. Not necessarily taking his time, but going past the time that they should have been in and out. At that point, that mistake is what allows them to get exposed, because the other guards show up. They try to do a last sweep to try to find Lorraine, and from that moment on, they are in a sense cursed with this money and trying to get it out of South America. I like the location, seeing the South America landscape, having that experience kind of makes you feel like you're there. I think I also like the fact that the story setup, the initial story setup of recruiting your men to come on this last mission and how it's going to be this way. And even if it doesn't go the way you expected, just the fact that you have your men that are willing to put it down for you, I respect that. I think I also like the fact that there are some tense moments, but the fact that the plan doesn't necessarily go as expected makes for another interesting setup. I think at that point where we are now on the run with the characters, it gets a little bit iffy for me, because now you're running all over this landscape, which I think is the reason for the name of the film, Triple Frontier. You're going from tropical to snow to beach or ocean, and I don't know. I don't know how possible that is, and so that kind of in my mind makes me think that this is going to more the fantastical versus the realistic. The acting performances were adequate. I mean, I don't think anyone stood out above another, but did their duty. I mean, there's actors like Pedro Pascal's in here, Charlie Hunnam, who else is in here? Like I said, Oscar Isaac, I'm a fan of him, and Ben Affleck, as I mentioned. There's a few other guys in there that you might recognize them from other films, and on the strength of their acting performances or acting chops, I mean, it didn't make the film any better or worse. For my review for Triple Frontier, a 2019 film released through Netflix, directed by J.C. Candor and written by Mark Bull and J.C. Candor, I'm giving this film a solid 3. I feel it's watchable. I feel that the story is believable up to a certain point, and the performances are strong enough that keeps you engaged. Also, the story is strong enough to keep you engaged. If you like this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you've seen this film and you want to leave me what you felt about it, or you'd like to suggest a film that I should watch and review on this channel, make sure to leave all of that in the comment box below. And then lastly, if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming film reviews or other content, make sure to, and that way you will be notified. So again, that has been my review for Triple Frontier, a 2019 film released through Netflix. I really appreciate you watching my video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like we all do this time, have a blessed day. I will see you on the flip side. Let's go.